All right, well, good evening, fans. Welcome in here tonight on AudioSportsOnline.com. I'm Rob Kendall, joined alongside by Lex Zorn as the Plainfield Quakers play host to the Warriors of Whiteland. Both teams out on the floor now, going through some pregame warm-ups. We do apologize for a little bit of the delay we had there, restarting, getting everything ready to go. But still got about 8 minutes and 43 seconds up on the clock. And, Lex, it should be an exciting game tonight between the Warriors and the Quakers.
Yes, indeed, it should. First of all, congratulations to the Plainfield Lady Quakers, who got another win to improve to 9-0 on the season, ninth-ranked team in Class 4A. Now we're hoping for a clean sweep for the Quakers for the evening. The Plainfield boys team enters the game with a record of 0-1. 9 days ago on Thanksgiving Eve, they lost their opener to the arch-rival Avon Orioles by a score of 49-47. Max Krukowski led the way for Plainfield with 16 points and 5 rebounds. And, I think that when you have your first game of the season like that, and it's a game that you really should have won, like I said, they lost by 2, and they actually had trailed by double figures for much of the game before making a late run, cutting the lead to 1 in the fourth quarter and losing by 2. And I think having having 9 days to think about that, it's got to be tough on a team. So I think they're going to come out fired up tonight and really, ready to get their first win of the season, and also, especially since it's a game against a mid-state conference rival, the Whiteland Warriors, who also enter the game at 0-1, although their first game was much less close. They lost to Mount Vernon by a score of 71-47. So both teams scoring 47 in their opener. However, Plainfield gave up a mere 49 points compared to 71 for Whiteland. So we got a really good crowd here that's continuing to file in. We also have, because we have both boys and girls games here tonight, we have the other gym. I don't know if you call it Gym B or whatever, but the other gym is already occupied, so we've got a really nice crowd between the two gyms tonight. And the people, like on Thanksgiving Eve, the people who bought the tickets tonight really getting a lot of bang for their buck. And we actually not only, besides the girls' varsity game that we did, we also were treated to the girls' junior varsity game, which was a down-to-the-wire thriller, which Plainfield won by 2 points on a last-second shot. So really 3 games here tonight here in this gym, just like we had on.
Look, I'm going to head down and get our starting lineup, so you keep going, and I will be back.
Oh, certainly. So anyway, Plainfield, like I said, enters the game with a record of 0-1, and in that opening game, Max Krukowski led the way with 16 points. Also had 3 steals. I'm sorry, I said he had 5 in the intro. Actually, he had 11 rebounds, so he did have a double-double. And also Jared Hufford with 8 points. He led the team in assists with 3. Bryson Ellis and Connor Brins had 6 points each. Brins added 7 rebounds, and Gavin Bezo with 7 points. And then Reese Crawford and Keegan Motter had 2. For Whiteland, and just a second here. Whiteland in their first game had 2 double-figure scores. As the Plainfield High School dance team is about to perform for us now. But Whiteland had 2 double-figure scores in their first game. Tom Purdue led the way with 14. He's a 6'5" senior. And then Mike Valle, he's got an accent mark. He's a 6'7" junior. And he scored 10 points. And, Avon certainly has very good size, up front. Kurkowski is 6'7", Brins is 6'9", Brins is 6'6", and Bezo is 6'9". So Whiteland is a probably one of the few teams that's going to be on on Plainfield's schedule this year who's really going to be able to compete with the Quakers in size up front. So that's going to be a challenge for Coach Andy Weaver to prepare for.
Leck, we need to thank our sponsors real quick.
Yes.
And then when we come back, we will have your starting lineups for tonight's ball game. Again, we remind you you're listening to Plainfield Varsity Basketball tonight on AudioSportsOnline.com. And let's hear from those sponsors.
El Cerrito in Plainfield is the area's leading Mexican restaurant, serving Plainfield, Indy, and Avon since 2013. They specialize in Mexican food, guacamole, fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, tacos, cheese dip, fried ice cream, and much more. For all your Mexican food needs, visit El Cerrito in Plainfield. Impact Restoration, your hometown restoration company for all of your fire, flood, wind, and hail damage repair needs. Call 268-6375 for more information. It's time for Plainfield. Thank you for Prestwick Pet Sitters and owner Dan Crawford is a proud sponsor of the Plainfield Quakers basketball team. Prestwick Pet Sitters has been in business for over 20 years, servicing Plainfield, Avon, and Danville, specializing in-home pet care for all types of pets, from Angora rabbits to zebra fish and all cats and dogs in between. Visit PrestwickPetSitters.com or call 745-9900 to learn more or schedule an appointment before your next trip. Raymond's Alignment Service, Plainfield's complete auto and truck repair since 1995. 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112. Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield, where doing business is simply awesome. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has engaged in building homes, remodeling, and insurance repairs while exceeding clients' expectations in delivering projects with professionalism and integrity. Wicker Construction works closely with you, the client, to understand your lifestyle and construction needs. Call 839-8353 for more information. Wings, etc. Great wings? Sure. But wait, there's more. So much more than award-winning jumbo wings. Stop by our location in Plainfield at 1818 East Main Street, just west of Kroger. You'll get a great big taste of what the etc. in Wings, etc. is all about. Or call 406-3250 to place your to-go order today.
All right, well, we welcome everybody back here on AudioSportsOnline.com. I'm Rob Kendall. Thanks for joining us tonight from Plainfield High School. We're getting ready for our varsity action as your Quakers set to take on the Warriors of Whiteland. The starting lineups for tonight's game include, for the Plainfield Quakers, number 4, Jared Hufford, a junior, 5'9". Number 11, Tyler West, a junior, 6'2". Number 31, Max Kurkowski, a senior, 6'7". Number 33, Gavin Bizot, a senior, 6'9". And number 44, Connor Brenz, a junior, 6'6". And Bizot, again, a sophomore. I do apologize for that. So Hufford, West, Kurkowski, Bizot, and Brenz are the starters for tonight's game for the Quakers. For the visiting Whiteland Warriors, number 4, Teray Moss, a senior, 5'10". Number 12, Will Higdon, a senior, 6 foot. Number 30, Michael Valley, a junior, 6'7". Number 33, Tom Purdy, a senior, 6'5", and number 35, Aaron Eblin, a senior, 6'2". We'll pause for the national anthem and then have our starting lineups.
Well, thank you to the Plainfield Pep Band for that rendition of the national anthem, as they gave us before the girls' game as well. So now the clock is set to 8 minutes, and we're about to, and now they're starting to introduce the Plainfield starting lineups. So Plainfield wearing the road jerseys with blue jerseys with orange numbers, while Plainfield wearing the home jerseys, the white with red numbers. So, as I said in the girls' game, it looks like IU versus the New York Knicks. So, now as the we're about to start, and now they're just starting to introduce Plainfield. So, now the most of the fans here on our side of the gym standing up in jubilation. We got especially a big crowd in the student section. Although, we got a couple hundred fans on the Whiteland side as well who made the trip about probably 25, 30 minutes there from south of Indianapolis. And so Plainfield's now they're playing their first game in 9 days. In fact, actually, Matt Kurkowski just came out with a lot of gusto. He's clearly ready to play tonight. The team looks like they're really fired up and wanting to put that opening loss to Plainfield behind them.
All right, Leck. Well, we are just about ready to go here tonight. Plainfield coming out on the board. I want to thank Leck for running the camera tonight and doing the color commentary for us. Plainfield will be the home team. They'll wear the home whites, red letters and numbers. Plainfield across the front of the jerseys. The visitors, it will be the Warriors of Whiteland. They'll wear the road blue jerseys, red letters and numbers. And Whiteland across the front of their jerseys. It'll be number 30, Valley, to tip it up against Kurkowski.
And like I said in the pregame, Rob, Whiteland is one team that really has size in which they can compete with Avon in that department.
Tip controlled by West. He's got it. And now West with the ball. Takes it all the way to the right side. Kicks it inside to the big guy, Brenz. Brenz flips it out. And up and in for two in Plainfield. Leads it early, 2-0.
Who's the one who hit that?
We'll get that for you in just a second. Moss with the ball. Moss gets it over to 33. That's Purdy. Right side it comes to Eblin. Eblin with the ball. Nowhere to go with it. Looks, holds up, flips it left side. Purdy has it, gets it off into Valley. Valley tips it across the court. 3-ball on the way. It's up. It's no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Plainfield. And here come the Quakers. That's Bizot with the ball. Over to Hufford. Hufford picks up the dribble, goes to West. West with it. Around the horn it comes. Right side over to Bizot. Bizot picks up the dribble. Comes over to West. West to Kurkowski. Kurkowski back to West. Around the horn it comes to Bizot. All the way left side to Hufford. Hufford with it. Back to Kurkowski. Kurkowski turns around, faces up, gives it back over to Hufford. Back to Kurkowski all the way on the left side. Whiteland in a man-to-man defense. Kurkowski heads towards the basket, picks up the foul, and that'll be on Whiteland. First foul of the ball game. 2-0, 6:44 left to play in the first quarter. Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn coming to you from Plainfield High School tonight. Thanks for joining us. A bit of a delayed start. The girls' varsity game ran long, and we're so pleased that you are with us tonight here on AudioSportsOnline.com. And a whistle and another foul, and this one going to go against the Quakers. So foul on Plainfield. That will be on number Bizot. That's his first team foul. So the visitors with the ball. Round the horn it comes. And down inside to Purdy. Purdy shot up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Bizot. Here come the Quakers running back the other way. West with the ball. Picks up the dribble, comes up top to Kurkowski. Kurkowski with it. Dribbles between the legs. Flips it left side. Over to Hufford. Hufford dribbles around, takes it to the foul line. 3-ball right side from West is up. It's good. West nails the 3, and Tyler West has given Plainfield a 5-0 lead. Moss with the ball. Over to Valley. All the way around the horn it comes to Eblin. Eblin puts it on the floor, dribbles between the legs, picks it up at the foul line. Comes back up top to Purdy. Purdy tries to take it left side, picks up the dribble, fires up an awkward shot, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Hufford. Here comes Plainfield running back the other way. Ball comes right side over to Kurkowski. Kurkowski with it, turns around, takes it in the lane. Fadeaway jumper, he falls down, no good. Bizot grabs the rebound. Check that, that's Brins grabbing the rebound. And a foul underneath the basket as Kurkowski grabs the missed shot.
Well, Rob, this is very important for Plainfield to start this way. As you probably remember in their game against Avon on Thanksgiving Eve, they never led at all. Avon took the lead in the opening seconds and never let up. Plainfield pulled within one, but never tied or took the lead.
Here's the inbound to Kurkowski. Fires a rainbow three, no good. Kurkowski with the save. Unfortunately, saves it to Whiteland. And here come the Warriors pushing back the other way. Valley takes it all the way to the hole, and a whistle and a foul. They'll say it on the floor, so it'll be Whiteland ball out of bounds. 5-0 our score, 5:19 to play in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us tonight right here on Audio Sports Online. Quick inbound coming from Whiteland. Turnaround, pass down inside to a wide open Whiteland, number 35, Evelyn. And it is now a 5-2 ball game. Plainfield with the ball and a whistle and a foul and another foul on Whiteland. So they are, Plainfield, able to pick up several fouls early on from the Warriors underneath the basket. And I believe it's pronounced Perdie. I do apologize for that instead of Perdie. First mistake I've ever made, Leck.
It happens to the best of us. I actually, misread his name as Purdue at first.
So we've called him everything but his actual name. There's Hufford for three. We know how to pronounce that. No good. Kurkowski with the rebound. Up. No good. Rebound fought for and pulled out of there by the aforementioned Perdie. Back the other way in the corner. There's a three ball. It's up. It's no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Kurkowski. Now a steal by Valley. Pass down inside to Higdon. Higdon shot up, no good. Loose ball out of there by Hufford. Here comes Plainfield pushing back the other way. Pull up from the foul line. Shot up, no good. Loose ball and a foul, and I think they're going to get Higdon grabbing Bizot for the rebound.
So definitely Plainfield doing a good job. They, this is so far the opposite of their first game. They've never trailed in this one. Once they took the opening lead 2-0, they've had the lead ever since and trying to keep it that way.
5-2 the score. 4 minutes, 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn coming to you from Plainfield High School tonight, where the Quakers in their second game of the year look to take on the Whiteland Warriors and pick up that first win. A very close loss in game one last week, Thanksgiving Eve, against Avon.
Yeah, it was a game that if Avon had played the first half the way they played the second, I think they would have won going away. But, they got off to a slow start, and really by the time they started playing, running on all cylinders, really their margin of error was down to just about zero.
Kurkowski to the hole and puts it up and in for two. Max Kurkowski drains the deuce, and it's 7-2 in favor of the Quakers.
Yeah, Kurkowski.
And that was Moss for two. Back to a three-point advantage. 7-4 inside to West, and West traveled with the ball. He tried to kick it to Bizot in the corner. 3:39 to play, first quarter of action. 3-point lead for your Quakers. We'll be back here tomorrow night, and that will be a JV varsity doubleheader as Plainfield plays host to Monrovia. That game will also be simulcast on 98.9 FM WYRZ. Moss, pull-up jumper, no. Rebound pulled out of there. And here come the Quakers running back the other way. Hufford with the ball. Flips it left side over to Kurkowski. Kurkowski looks down inside, gets it to Bizot. Bizot comes around the corner to Hufford and out of bounds. Unforced error that time by the Quakers. 7-4 the score, 3:10 to play in the first quarter. Whiteland with the ball. Moss across the timeline. Dribbles all the way to the left side. Now flips it off over to Eblin. To Valley. Behind the back. Dribbling. Nice defense that time in the ballgame for as he takes all the way left side. No good. Bryson Ellis in the ball game for the first time for Plainfield. As soon as we say that, Valley gets the ball back.
Yeah, they pronounced it Valet, so.
Okay, well, we're 0 for 2. We were a little bit delayed getting down there to get pronunciations in the starting lineups due to the computer decided it wanted to restart itself. And speaking of a restart, Kurkowski tried to restart that ball right through the cylinder and picked up the foul, and he'll go to the line and shoot two. So we were a little bit delayed in getting the broadcast on. Didn't, of course, miss any of the game. Got you on in the pregame, but we're a little bit delayed due to that. So that was why we're off on our pronunciations of this of a couple of these Whiteland players. Technology's a crazy thing. First free throw will not go down. And it's 7-6, 2:25 to play. Free throw shooting was a big deal for Plainfield last time. They really struggled from the foul line, and that was the difference in the ball game.
Oh, yeah, 2-point loss, absolutely. And now again tonight, and Kurkowski, he led the team last time with 16 points, 11 rebounds, but had he done a little better at the line, it could have been a Quakers win easily.
And there's a foul, and going to the foul line is number 24, Ben Robinson, a senior, 6'3", who's checked in for the first time. No, I'm sorry, that's 23, Jacob Leisner. They've got him listed as 6 foot. Oh, I'm sorry, I was correct. Ben Robinson, 24, 6'3", a senior. I'm just going to stay with that. And he makes the first free. They've got him listed at 6'3". Does he look 6'3" to you?
I can't tell from my vantage point, but nevertheless, he's tied the game, and now Whiteland, they missed, so Plainfield still has not trailed in this game, 7-7, 2:10 to go.
Reese Crawford in the ball game for the first time as Plainfield and Whiteland knotted at 7. Ellis has it, flips it off to Bizot. Bizot comes to Keegan Motter. First time we've called his name. Ellis grabs the rebound, puts it up and in for 2, and it's 9-7. Plainfield with the lead. Minute 45 to play, first quarter. Moss with the ball, dribbles all the way to the foul line. Takes it underhand, shot up, count it, and the foul. So Whiteland with the chance to grab their first lead of the ball game. Now, did they count the basket or did they call it on the floor?
I thought they counted the basket, but let's see. The scoreboard has it, now we've got a timeout here.
Yeah, now we do have a timeout. So with a minute 40 to play, it doesn't look like the basket did count. And it's 9-9 the score with a minute 40 to play in the first quarter. Timeout called by Whiteland, and Moss will have a chance to give Whiteland the lead. Hey, we want to remind everybody, tomorrow, Leck and I will be at the Pit Stop Barbecue and Grill in Brownsburg.
Yeah.
And we're going to have the first edition of the Hendricks County Sports Show, which will air on 98.9 FM WYRZ Monday night at 8 p.m. And one of our guests, the reason we mentioned that, will be Brian Woodard, the head coach of the Plainfield Quakers football team. So we'll look forward to talking with him tomorrow, taping that interview, which will air Monday night at 8 o'clock on 98.9 FM WYRZ.
Yeah, I look forward to that. Woodard's a great guy. He's done a great job coaching Plainfield through a lot of obstacles, and really they had, when you consider what they were up against, they did very well to go 5-5 this season. And then still had some big-time wins, especially that one down at Roncalli.
Shot is up. It is good. And it is now a 10-9 game. First lead of the contest for Whiteland. Full court press now. Motter with the ball. Kicks it back across court. Over to Crawford. Around the horn it comes to Kurkowski. Kurkowski, ball tipped away out of bounds by Whiteland as they were trying to hit Bizot underneath the basket. Minute 20 to play, first quarter. And it is a 1-point lead for Whiteland over Plainfield. Inbound to Motter. Motter with the ball, dribbles all the way back towards the top of the key. Flips it up. Over to Crawford. Crawford in the corner. 3-ball up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there, and there's a whistle and a foul on Plainfield. Reese Crawford is senior. He's 6'2". And we do want to thank his dad, Clint, who has really helped put these broadcasts together this year from the Parents Club perspective. Did a great job. And certainly special thanks to Clint and all the parents helped make our broadcast possible this year.
Yeah, and also all the fine staff here at Plainfield, just first class. It's first class organization. A lot of great people who are just a pleasure to work with.
10-9 the score. Minute to play, first quarter of action. Whiteland with the ball. Round the horn it comes over to 24. That's Ben Robinson. We called his name earlier. Into Perdai. Back up top. 3-ball up and good. That was 21 Aaron Gross, a 6'4 junior. And it's 13-9. Biggest lead of the game for Whiteland at 4. 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. Up across the timeline it comes, all the way right side. Over to Reese Crawford. Crawford to Motter to Kurkowski. Might have got away with a walk there, and he was bumped on his way to the basket. That's the 6th team foul on Whiteland, and that means that Plainfield will shoot free throws the rest of the half.
Well, so nobody. It's ironic, after the girls' game where nobody got into the bonus until the fourth quarter.
Quick inbound into the big guy, Bizot. Bizot to Crawford. Crawford to Kurkowski. Kurkowski takes it to the lane, no good. Tipped up, loose ball ends up in the hands of Brens. Brens with the left hand, good for 2. And it's 13-9 in favor of Whiteland. Whiteland can play for the final shot of the first quarter. And that's number 5, Garrett Harrell, taking it in. Shot up, no good. Loose ball pulled out of there by Kurkowski. It's knocked out of bounds with 2 seconds to play. It'll be Plainfield basketball. 2 seconds to go. Bizot throws it into Kurkowski, and he's bumped, and wow, what a break for Plainfield.
Yeah, indeed. Definitely not the best time to foul from Whiteland's standpoint.
So a whistle and a foul, and that will put Kurkowski at the line shooting the bonus. Shot is up. It is short. Kurkowski 0 for 3 from the foul line, and that will bring about an end of the first quarter. Exciting quarter, 13-11 the score. Plainfield with trails it by 2 against Whiteland tonight here on AudioSportsOnline.com.
Well, it was a very balanced quarter. 9 players overall scored, 4 for Plainfield, 5 for Whiteland. For Plainfield, Tyler West leads the way with 5, followed by Max Kurkowski, Bryson Ellis, and Connor Brins with 2 each. Then for Whiteland, Teray Moss leads the way with 5, followed by Aaron Gross with 3, Adam Eblin and Michael Valet with 2, and then Ben Crawford with 1. And you got to give Whiteland a lot of credit. They got pretty well blown out in their opener, 71-47 to Mount Vernon, but they really fired out tonight and really been very competitive, and they got down early, but they fought back hard, and now they have a 2-point lead at the end of the quarter.
Again, if you are just tuning in tonight, I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn, coming to you live from Plainfield High School, where the Whiteland Warriors lead the Quakers by 2, 13-11. Thanks for joining us wherever you're tuned in from tonight. And it's been an exciting first quarter of action. Whiteland with the ball. Moss has it up across the 10-second line. Back to the top of the key it comes. Over to 5. That's Harold. Harold flips it all the way, and now back up top it comes to Gross. Gross over to Perdai. Perdai back to Moss. Moss dribbles between the legs. Now comes all the way around the horn. Back over to Perdai. Right side. Dribbles to the foul line. Takes it into the left block. Oh, nice no-look pass. Up and in for 2, as that was Eblin. And Eblin with the 2, as that'll make it a 15-11 ball game. Around the horn it comes. That's Hufford. Picks up the dribble. Nowhere to go with the ball.
Plainfield trying to avoid this hole they got in last time where they had to play almost the whole game from behind.
Yeah, as you said, they were down. They never led in the Avon game, even though they only ended up winning or losing by 2.
Yeah.
Hufford with the ball. Picks up the dribble. Comes over to Crawford. Crawford picks up the dribble. Nowhere to go. Comes down inside to the big guy, Brins. Brins picks up the dribble up top to Hufford. Hufford to Bizot. Bizot turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Whiteland. And here comes Perdai running up across the 10-second line. Gross with it. There's a 3-ball from Perdie. No good. Crawford out of there with it. Racing towards the basket. Spin move. Nice move. Up. Counting the foul.
All right.
Great move that time. Hoop and the harm. And Reese Crawford, the senior, will go to the free throw line with a chance to complete the 3-point play. 15-13 the score, 6:32 to play in the first half. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn coming to you from Plainfield High School, where Plainfield trails by 2.
So now Crawford goes to the line to try to complete the 3-point play and pull the Quakers within 1 here. 6:32 to go here in the second quarter.
Shot is up. It is good. And that'll make it 15-14.
Now 5 players already have scored. Just a little over a quarter into the game, 5 players have scored for each team. So a lot of balance on both sides.
Up across the timeline, that's Valet. And a nice backdoor pass into Higdon. 17-14 the score across the timeline. Tipped up, stolen away. Higdon's got it. Here comes Whiteland back the other way. Higdon picks up the dribble, flips it in the corner, down into Valet. Valet with the ball, kicks it back out up top to Perdie. Over to Eblin, to Valet, to Perdie. Over to number 3, Riley Higdon. First time we've called his name, just a sophomore. And on his way to the basket, the other Higdon, Will Higdon, the senior, was fouled.
Yeah, when you're a commentator, you know, one of your biggest annoyances when you have 2 guys on the floor with the same last name.
Right. That'll be the 6th team foul in the Quakers, so Whiteland will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Plainfield already in the bonus. Oh, and there's going to be an over and back violation as that ball sailed over the head of Higdon and over and back, and Plainfield will accept the turnover down by 3.
You know, one thing I'm still waiting for, it hasn't happened yet in 4 years of commentary, but one of these days I figure I'm probably going to get 2 teams who have the same nickname.
Yeah, that is a good point. Inbound to Brenz, to Crawford. Crawford to Kurkowski, back up top to Crawford. Crawford right side, dribbles around the horn, comes over to Kurkowski, down into the big guy. Bren's got position, missed the layup, gets his own rebound, puts it up, and will go to the line and shoot 2. And like you can't miss those point-blank open layups.
No, you can't. At least they did get and that was one of the things that did Whiteland in the girls' game is, Mackenzie Blazek just missed too many close-range shots, that she would have really needed to have a big game for Whiteland to win, but nevertheless, great win for the Lady Quakers. There is and then you got to hit your free throws too, by the way.
So I think they're 0 for 4 from the foul line tonight now.
Yeah, you might be right.
Kurkowski had missed 3, as Kurkowski will check out of the ball game.
Crawford did hit 1, but yeah.
23. Lautenschlager, Jacob Lautenschlager. I'm going to miss that one up tonight at some point. Checks in the ball game for Plainfield. He missed the second one too, so it's still 17-14.
I'm trying to remember from my German. I took 4 years of German. I'm trying to remember what Lautenschlager means, and I don't remember.
I think I'm pronouncing that correctly.
You are. Yeah, you are. Very good. Yeah, I just don't remember the meaning of it though. So now free throws there by Tom Perdie, or Perdie, I think we figured it was.
And it's up and good, and it's back to the biggest lead of the ball game, which is 4 for Whiteland. 5:08 to play in the second quarter. Shot is up, shot is good.
Well, Tom Perdie, get this, the 7th Warrior already to score less than 11 minutes into the game. That's balance.
Across the timeline it comes. Down into Hufford. Hufford lost the handle on it out of bounds, and it will belong to the Warriors. 4:53 to play in the first quarter. 19-14 the score. Whiteland with the lead and the ball. Higdon to Valet, I should say. Wanted to pass it to Perdie. Higdon has it. He's trapped. Lost the handle on it. Loose ball. Moss will track it down near the out-of-bounds line. Trapped in the corner. Tries to get rid of it. Does to Eblin. Eblin to a wide-open Higdon. Pump fake. Blocked from behind, but a foul is called. And I think they're going to get number 11 for Plainfield, West, with the foul. So Plainfield came out strong, but has really struggled after these first few minutes and finds themselves down 5. Higdon misses the first free throw. It's 19-14 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Second shot up and good. And with 4:28 to play in the first half, it's a 6-point lead and a travel call now on Lautenschlager.
All right, Plainfield better be careful not to let this one slip away. They're now down by 6 and a chance to go down 8 or 9 here. So,
a reminder: we'll be back tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for the JV, and then 7:30 or so for the varsity. A foul away from the ball, and it's going to put Whiteland back at the free throw line.
So finally, we're going to get to see the boys' varsity team this year.
You mean the JV?
The boys' JV, yeah. We'll finally get to see the boys' JV team. Not that there's anything wrong with seeing the girls' varsity. They're ranked number 9 in the state. They were a pleasure to call. These last 2 games, both wins for Plainfield. So, we also got the thrilling end of their JV, the girls' JV game as well.
Missed the free throw. So Whiteland not doing themselves any favors. And in the ball game for the first time for Plainfield, number 15, Luke Gully. First time we've called his name this year. He did not play in the Avon game, I don't believe. Nor did Lautenschlager. Lautenschlager with the ball. Right side in the corner to West. West to 3. It's up. It's no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Brins. Brins underneath the basket. Reverse layup is good for
Beautiful,
2.
Beautiful.
Big 2 basket there. It's 20-16. Plainfield trails by 4.
Boy, did they need that score.
3 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the first half. Pass comes back out up top around the horn. Little pump fake from Purdie. Purdie with it. In the corner it comes. Moss to the hole, shot up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by West. Gets it to Gully. Gully back up top, around the horn it comes. And now Plainfield will restart the offense. Kurkowski with it. Takes it all the way to the left side. Fadeaway jumper, it's up, it's no good. Loose ball tipped out of there, pulled out of there by Higdon. Higdon coming back the other way, lost the handle on it. Kurkowski has it back. He lost the handle on it, gets it back, and they're going to call a double dribble. 20-16 the score, 2:57 to play in the first half. Plainfield down by 4.
Well, Quakers trying to keep the Warriors from pulling any further away. It's right now, very much anybody's game. But they, what you don't want to do now is give up a couple late, field goals to, give you a big mountain to climb when you start the second half.
Long 3 from Purdie. It's up. It's good. Boy, that was an NBA plus 3-pointer. And that'll extend the lead to 7, the biggest of the ball game. And Andy Weaver is going to spend a 30-second I checked that. It's going to be a full timeout with 2:38 to play in the first half. And Plainfield now down by 7, 23-16.
Yeah, so the Quakers really need to get something here in the remainder of the first half so that they don't go in feeling overwhelmed, so they don't go in like last week where they came out in the second half and they had almost no margin for error. Like I said last week, if they played the whole game like they played the second half, they would have won. And so they need to just kick it into high gear these last 2 minutes and 38 seconds of the half. And one thing that makes it tough defensively for the Quakers is that Whiteland doesn't have one guy, unlike the girls team, where you could just clamp down on Blazek. Whiteland doesn't have one player like that who's dominant. 7. Of the 23 points, that's split over 7 different Warriors, and nobody has more than 5. Moss and Purdie have 5 to lead the way as the teams return to the floor.
All right, so here we go. Plainfield with the ball. Oh, and there's a steal off the inbound. And a jumper up, missed, pulled out of there by Plainfield, and they're going to get the foul, which will send Gully to the free throw line.
Now they need to hit these.
Yeah, it's been a rough go of it from the foul line for Plainfield.
Yeah, far. I mean, I would guess, I don't have the stats in front of me, I'd guess they're probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 50% on the year. You got to be at least 75% from the line. It's pure fundamentals.
2:30 to play in the first half of action. 7-point lead. Gully will shoot 2 shots now. They're in the double bonus. That's the 10th team foul. Shot is up and good.
So Gully becomes the 6th Quaker to score. Already, amazingly, 13 players have scored in this game between the two teams.
Shot is up. It is good.
Well, Gully's hit both those free throws. That's a sign they need to keep him in the game.
And it's now 23-18, Plainfield. Trails by 5. Ball comes right side. That's 35 Eblin. Gets it up top to Moss. Moss to Valet. Valet in the lane to Higdon. Higdon picks up the dribble, fires the jumper, no good. Rebound pulled out of there. And here come the Quakers now running back the other way.
Chance to make it a one-possession game here.
5-point lead. Plainfield trying to cut into it. West has it on the wing. Back to Gully. Gully around the horn. 3 ball from Bizot. It's good. Bizot with the rainbow 3. And it's 23-21. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go in. On a big block by Brins. And here comes Gully running back the other way. Gully behind the back, flips it off to Kurkowski. Kurkowski takes it all the way to the block, goes up and in for 2. Count it, the
Got
foul. Kurkowski ties the ball game, and Plainfield has fought back with a chance now to take the lead with 1:17 to play in the first half.
7-0 run by the Quakers when it looked like the game was starting to slip away. And they got the lead.
And he got the free throw, so 3 made free throws in a row for the Plainfield squad.
That's a Cal Ripken-type streak for them.
And now a nice screen there by Eblin, and Gully was the worse for wear for it. And now after the missed basket and officials' timeout, Gully took a shot. Gully is listed at 5'11".
It's 5'11". Now that's a dwarf for the Quakers team.
And I bet he doesn't weigh more than about 130 pounds. Maybe 140, and big 35 there. Eblin laid into him. Eblin listed at 6'2". Looks like he might have had some football in his background.
Very possibly, yeah. And you do see some two-sport athletes sometimes.
Across the timeline to West. West to Bizot. Bizot is fouled on his way to the basket. So 2 free throws coming up for the Quakers. 24-23. Plainfield with the lead, and they'll go to the free throw line.
They're on an 8-0 run. By the way, I want to give a big shout-out to Foxy Roxy in Wisconsin for Max Kurkowski.
We love Foxy Roxy. She's been a loyal listener all 4 years that Max has been on the varsity team.
Yep. She's, according to this card, she's his aunt, so we're always thankful for all the friends and family of the Quakers who listen, who can't be here in person to see their loved ones play. I know there's a lot of others, too, and we thank them for listening as well, and hope we do justice and bringing these exciting games to you.
25-23 the score. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn, bringing you the action tonight. Free throw, second one is missed.
Well, they had 4 in a row, though.
Yep, two-point lead now for Plainfield.
9-0 run by the Quakers.
Higdon has it on the right side, guarded by Kurkowski. Higdon dribbles back to the center of the floor. Whiteland appears content if Plainfield will let them to play for the final shot. Moss with the ball, guarded by Gully. In the lane to the right block, jumper up, no good. Loose ball tipped away. Gully ends up with it. And here comes Plainfield. West has it, 15 seconds to go. Ends up in the hands of Bizot. Bizot dribbles, 10 seconds to play. Looks like they're going to go for the final shot. Bizot dribbles between the legs, takes it all the way to the block. Spin move, turn around, jumper up, no good. Loose ball tipped up, out of there, comes in the hands of Whiteland. Shot is no good, and we have played 1 quarter of action. A very exciting one half of action. A very exciting first half in which Plainfield now leads it by a score of 25-23. We will step aside here from our sponsors and then be back with halftime here on AudioSportsOnline.com.
El Cerrito in Plainfield is the area's leading Mexican restaurant, serving Plainfield, Indy, and Avon since 2013. They specialize in Mexican food, guacamole, fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, tacos, cheese dip, fried ice cream, and much more. For all your Mexican food needs, visit El Cerrito in Plainfield. Impact Restoration, your hometown restoration company for all of your fire, flood, wind, and hail damage repair needs. Call 268-6375 for more information. Prestwick Pet Sitters and owner Dan Crawford is a proud sponsor of the Plainfield Quakers basketball team. Prestwick Pet Sitters has been in business for over 20 years, servicing Plainfield, Avon, and Danville, specializing in-home pet care for all types of pets, from Angora rabbits to zebra fish and all cats and dogs in between. Visit PrestwickPetSitters.com or call 745-9900 to learn more or schedule an appointment before your next trip. Raymond's Alignment Service, Plainfield's complete auto and truck repair since 1995. 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112. Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield, where doing business is simply awesome. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has engaged in building homes, remodeling, and insurance repairs while exceeding clients' expectations in delivering projects with professionalism and integrity. Wicker Construction works closely with you, the client, to understand your lifestyle and construction needs. Call 839-8353 for more information. Wings, etc. Great wings? Sure. But wait, there's more. So much more than award-winning jumbo wings. Stop by our location in Plainfield at 1818 East Main Street, just west of Kroger. You'll get a great big taste of what the etc. in Wings, etc. is all about. Or call 406-3250 to place your to-go order today.
Okay, we're back with Lex Zorn from Plainfield High School. I'm Rob Kendall. Thanks for joining us tonight here on Audio Sports Online. Your Quakers lead it over the Whiteland Warriors by a score of 25-23. And Lex, an exciting first half, if not overly well executed, but 2 teams pretty equal so far.
Yeah, they are. It was a game that really looked for a while, especially around the middle of the second quarter, like Whiteland was going to pull away. They took a 7-point lead, but then the Quakers closed out the half very strong, scoring the last 9 points. And it's also been a very balanced game with 7 players scoring for each team. Max Kurkowski leads all scores with only 6 points. That's how balanced it's been. While Tyler West has 5, Connor Brins has 4. Reese Crawford and Gavin Bezo have 3 apiece, and Luca Goli and Bryson Ellis 2 apiece. For Whiteland, Teray Moss and Tom Perdai lead the way with 5 each, followed by Adam Eblin with 4, Aaron Gross with 4, Michael Valet with 2, Ben Crawford with 1, Will Higdon with 3, and that's it. So basically, we're now with 6:10 on the halftime clock. What Avon has to do is just, come out firing in the second half, keep doing what got them that 9-0 run, and just don't let up. Whiteland came into the game having lost their first to Mount Vernon by 24 points, yet they came out with a lot of confidence, and they took a lead and really looked like they had a chance to put Plainfield in a deep hole. So you just have to keep them, try to strike first and strike hard early in the second half, and try to keep Whiteland from thinking that they can win it. There's not, as balanced as these two teams are, there's not one guy you can clamp down on, as there is with the girls team with Blazik. You just have to just play, good, tenacious defense from top to bottom, and you also have to hit your free throws, which they've been doing better with the last few minutes. And as long as they, just really get out there and play hard and execute, they have a good chance to get out of here with a win today.
Good if you're just tuning in tonight here on Audio Sports Online. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn. 4 minutes, 55 seconds up on our halftime clock. You're watching the, I think they call it shot for a pop. You pay $1 and money goes to the athletic department. And if you make the three-pointer, you get a bottle of pop. And if not, you've made a nice donation to Plainfield Athletics. Plainfield leads at 25-23. Reminder, we'll be back here tomorrow night for JV varsity action as the Plainfield Quakers play host to the Bulldogs of Monrovia. The varsity game will be simulcast on 98.9 FM WYRZ. So we certainly look forward to everybody coming out and being a part of that as we bring you Plainfield varsity basketball tomorrow night.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And also a week from tonight, I hope you all will take the trip about 20-25 miles southwest down to Martinsville, another Mid-State Conference rival, the Martinsville Artesians, of course, alma mater of John Wooden as well as Jerry Seasting. It's always a nice drive down there to Martinsville. And then the next day, a week from tomorrow, the 12th, we'll be back here as the Quakers host Batesville. That's another junior varsity doubleheader. And then the weekend after that, the 18th and 19th, we have again a boys doubleheader on both Friday and Saturday. 2 weeks from tonight, it'll be Terre Haute South, followed the next day by cross-county rival Danville.
And I do believe that game on the 19th will be simulcast on WYRZ radio as well.
I think you're right about that. And especially, we hope you'll catch these 5 home games over the next 16 days, because after that, it'll be nearly a month before the Quakers return home. Then they'll visit Terre Haute North on December 22nd. Then they'll be off for 2 weeks until the Hendricks County tournament before returning here on January 15th to host Covenant Christian. And then they'll have, after that, they'll have home games remaining against Decatur Central, Shelbyville, Franklin, and Lebanon to close out the regular season.
Quakers are back on the floor now and going through their pregame warm-ups.
And we hear the pep band playing the classic Carry On Wayward, sung by Kansas. It seems like about every basketball game I've heard in the last generation, or every college football game too, the pep band's playing that song. I don't know how it's caught on, with that kind of arrangement, but it has. So, hopefully, it's it introducing the young generation to one of the great bands of the 70s.
Hey, there you go, man. So 2 minutes still on the clock, and we'll be bringing you second half action here coming up momentarily. Just a reminder that we will have a video webcast, archive podcast of tonight's broadcast. If you miss any part of it or have missed any part of it, go back and check that out anytime you want. There on your Plainfield basketball broadcast page.
Yeah, so, even if you're here tonight, you're listening on your mobile device, you want to listen again or share with some of your loved ones who weren't able to get here tonight, please share the archives. and, just relive these exciting games again and again. And especially, if one of your loved ones, makes a great play. That's one thing, is tragic about the first century or so of high school sports. There were so many great moments that weren't preserved and that exist only in memories. Well, now, thanks to, Audio Sports Online, we're preserving some of these great memories of your loved ones that, otherwise would be lost. So, in some cases that's good. I mean, my dad played on the first football team ever at Madison. They lost all their games, so I guess they're probably glad they don't have any video of that. But, but at the same time, some of these memories are great to preserve. I've 4 years of commentary. I've covered a lot of great games, and that, sometimes I just go back and enjoy listening to the archives, So I get a kick out of some of my calls sometimes, and I can only imagine how it would be if it were my son or my grandson, making the game-winning play. And of course,
well, somebody might make a game-winning play tonight, and we're about to find out. It's 25-23 the score. Plainfield, the home team on the scoreboard, and the home whites, red letters and numbers. Whiteland, the visitors, in the road blues. A very patriotic set of uniforms here tonight with red letters and numbers as well.
Yep.
And Martinsville's the same way, if I recall.
Yeah. And like I said in the pregame, looks like the Knicks versus IU.
All right, here we go. And Leck, we'll ask you to position that camera.
Yes, of course.
There we go. All right. And we are underway once again here for second half action. Plainfield with the ball. Kurkowski on the wing. Dribbles around. A lob inside to Kurkowski. Missed it. Loose ball. And it's pulled out of there by Valet. And here comes Whiteland running back the other way.
Well, that would have been a huge way to start off the half, but nevertheless, Quakers still have the lead.
Little scoop shot in the lane. It's an air ball. And it's out of bounds off the hands of Bizot, and it'll belong to Whiteland.
Speaking of IU, Plainfield actually has those candy-striped warm-up pants that the Hoosiers have worn for generations.
Well, and I remember for many, many years when the Brownsburg-Plainfield rivalry was in full swing, going to the old Plainfield High Schools. There's an errant pass, loose ball, tracked down by Moss in the backcourt. Going to the old Plainfield High School and watching them play there, and that was always some great times. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Brown as a scoop shot up, good, count it in the foul, and Perdai will go to the free throw line. I believe the Brownsburg-Plainfield game was always the Thanksgiving game, the game before Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like those. I like traditions like that, teams that, play a certain date every year, and just look forward to that and marking it on the calendar. You see a lot of that in college football especially.
So 25-25.
Well, how balanced is this game? Perdai actually leads all scorers with 7. Will he make it 8 and give the Warriors the lead back?
It's up. It's good. And
so
it's 26-25.
So Whiteland ends a 7-0 run by the Quakers.
And there's no call. And Valet looked like he kicked it. The referee did not call anything. No objection from the Plainfield bench, so maybe he didn't kick it. Looked from our vantage point like he got a foot on it, but Plainfield now down by 3 points and nearly a steal. Hufford has it, picks up the dribble, comes over to Bizot. Bizot will try a 3. It's up. It's no good. Loose ball in and out, and here comes Moss running back the other way, and a palming call on Moss, so the ball will come back to the Quakers with 6:49 to play in the third quarter.
I'll give Whiteland credit. They followed that 9-0 Plainfield run with a 5-0 run of their own to take the lead back.
Here comes the inbound in the backcourt to Gully.
Quakers looking for their first points of the half.
Over to West, to Gully. Gully back to West. West to Gully. In the corner to Bizot. Bizot into Kurkowski. Kurkowski up. Got it blocked. Valet comes out of there with it. And here comes Plainfield running back the other way. Into Eblin, and Eblin is fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
So Whiteland has a chance to get that 2-possession lead back. They've led by as many as 7, but then relinquished the lead after that. And now they've got it back by 3.
Been a game of spurts for both sides.
Yeah.
Shot is up. It is no good.
.6:26 to go, third quarter. Whiteland leading by 3, 28-25.
Second shot up, good. And it's now 29-25. Gully with the ball, trapped in the backcourt. To Bizot. Bizot gets it to West. West picks up the dribble. Puts down the dribble, I should say. Loose ball pulled out of there by Higdon. And here come the Quakers running, or the Warriors rather, running back the other way. Scoop shot no good. Higdon with the rebound, lays it up and in for 2. And it's it's a 31-25 ball game. 32nd timeout called by Andy Weaver.
So now that's an 8-0 run. Well, so it's 2 big runs. Plainfield had a 9-0 run, followed by now an 8-0 run by Whiteland. So definitely Plainfield, they've been shut out all half. They need to get something going here to make sure this game doesn't slip away. Both teams under this game 0-1, and like I was saying earlier, I would guess as a coach that the morale difference between 1-1 has got to be a lot better than 0-2.
Yeah, 31-25 the score, 6:03 to play in the third quarter. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn, coming to you from Plainfield High School tonight. Your Quakers down by 6.
So Avon trying to get their first points of the half and, keep the game from getting too far away.
Plainfield with the ball. Pass to Gully in the backcourt. Gully across the 10-second line. Gives it off to Kurkowski. Around the horn it comes to Bizot. To Crawford. Crawford to Gully. Gully dribbles behind the back. Takes it into the lane. Gives it to Crawford. Crawford picks up the dribble. Has it knocked away. Gets it back. Over to Bizot. Bizot skips it, and there's a steal as that pass was intended for Kurkowski. Pass ahead to Valet. Valet lost the handle on it, gets it back. Oh, a no-look behind the back pass to number 33, Perdai. And, wow, that was very impressive. Now a steal by Valet. Valet lays it up and in for 2, and the lead is now 10 at 35-25. And Plainfield, with their biggest deficit of the ball game, I don't think they've scored in the second half.
They haven't. It's been a 12-0 run by the Warriors to start off. And, boy, I'll tell you, watching this team, I would have never guessed they lost their opener last week by 24 points to Mount Vernon.
And Andy Weaver is can't see his face, but he's emphatically scribbling on the dry erase board there. Plainfield has just had all sorts of trouble here in the second half. 1, getting the ball across half court, and then 2, once they get it across half court, getting good looks at the basket.
Yeah, it's and there've been a couple of sloppy passes as well that the Warriors converted into points. So definitely they got to take care of the ball. When they were down by 7 in the second quarter, I talked about the importance of not letting it, get out of control so that their margin of error would be 0. And now they're dangerously close to that point. They're going to have to really, really be sharp here the rest of the way to come back and win this game and avoid that 0-2 start.
So here come the Quakers now. We'll see what they can do. Gully gets it ahead to Kurkowski. Kurkowski to Bizot. Around the horn it comes back to Kurkowski. Looking down inside for the big guy, Brins. Nearly a steal. Gully. And he is fouled as he hands it off to Bizot. 10-point lead. That's the biggest for either team. And it's 35-25. Whiteland over Plainfield. That's the first team foul of the half on Whiteland. That foul was on Perdai. That is his third. Here comes Gully up across the 10-second line. Gully, center of the floor, now takes it left side. Looking, comes over, and Crawford was tripped up. No call. Ball tipped away. Higdon has it, and Higdon coming up across the 10-second line. Pulls up, thought about a 3, passed on it, gets it off to Eblin. Eblin dribbles behind the back, gives it off to Valet. Valet with it in the corner, thought about a 3, and now there is a 3. It's up, it's no good from Perdai. Higdon comes out of there with it. Crawford guarding him closely into Moss. Moss gets it into Perdai, missed the jumper, and Brenz comes out of there with the basketball. Here comes Gully, crosses in second line, over to Bizot. Bizot in the lane, little jumper up. It's around and in for two, and first points of this second half for the Quakers as it's 35-25, 4 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the third quarter. 8-point lead for the visitors. Little shot in and out. Nice roll there for Plainfield that time. Crawford comes away with it, and Bizot has the ball. Gets it off to Crawford. Crawford dribbles, picks it up over to Gully. Gully back up top to Crawford. Crawford picks up the dribble. Comes in the on the wing to Kurkowski, back to Crawford. And Plainfield will restart the offense. Ball tipped up. Bizot has it. Nearly lost the handle on it. In the lane, and he is, a travel call on Bizot.
That's disappointing, but boy, did they ever need that field goal by Bizot last time down court. They were desperate for any points they could get. Still down by 8. Nearly a quarter and a half to play.
3:41 left to play in the third quarter of action. 35-27 the score. Around the horn it comes. Nowhere to go with the ball. Skips it back up top, and on the way to the basket, a foul is called on Plainfield. That was Higdon knifing towards the hole.
A lot less fouling in the second half than in the first.
Yeah, that is the third foul on the Quakers. That was the second foul on number 3, Keegan Motter. And ball sails past Perdai. Out of bounds. Turnover by Whiteland that time. Inbound across court to Hufford. Hufford with the ball to Motter to Hufford. There's a save by Kurkowski. Gets it up top to Motter. To Hufford. Hufford over to Motter. Motter thought about a three, passed on it. Pass down inside to the big guy, Brenz. Brenz takes it underneath the basket, and he is bumped on his way to the hole. And a foul is called on Whiteland. That'll be their second. With 2:58 to play in the third quarter. Plainfield down 8, 35-27. Here comes the inbound. Lob into Bizot. Jumper around, no good. Loose ball pulled out of there. Here comes Whiteland against Plainfield. Pass down inside to Higdon. Higdon, errant jump shot, no good. Rebound out of there by Hufford. Hufford has the ball across the timeline over to Motter. Motter back to Hufford. Hufford around the horn to Bizot. Bizot puts it on the floor, takes it in the lane, picks up the dribble, comes, and Valet will knock it out of bounds. He was trying to hit Brenz, and with 2:29 to play, it'll be Plainfield ball. Checking back into the ball game is Bryson Ellis for Plainfield, and now a 30-second timeout by Whiteland.
Well, Whiteland's started to go cold on offense. Now the question is, will Plainfield take advantage? Because they're going to have to start, not only getting the rebounds, but they're also going to have to start converting them into points. They got about 10 and a half minutes now to come back and win this game. Meanwhile, just talking a little bit about Plainfield's opponent tomorrow, the Monrovia Bulldogs. They enter the game with the record of 1-0. Their only game coming on Thanksgiving Eve, they beat Eminence, a 1A team on the road, 72-48. Last season, Monrovia went 6-18.
So 2:29 to play in the third quarter. I'm Rob Kendall, along with Lex Zorn, coming to you from Plainfield High School tonight. 8-point lead for the Warriors against the Quakers, and Plainfield with the ball. Hufford has it. Over to Motter. Motter. Back to Hufford. All the way to the right side.
Good screen there by 44.
Yeah, Brenz laying a nice screen there. Over to Motter. Round the horn it comes. Plainfield unable to get space right now. Whiteland matching up in a man-to-man defense. Across the timeline. All the way to the right side. Over to Hufford. Nice defense this time by the Warriors. Ellis down into Kurkowski. Kurkowski backing down. Spin move. Goes up and got it to go for two. Max Kurkowski cuts the lead to 6. 35-29.
4-0 lead by the Quakers, getting back in striking distance.
Plainfield down by 6. There's a loose ball stolen away by Brins. Brins running the floor, and he is bumped from behind and a foul called. And it'll be Plainfield ball out of bounds. Minute 29 to go. It's a 35-29 ball game.
So Kurkowski, 16 points to lead the Quakers in their opener, 8 tonight, again to lead the team.
It looks like we're going to get an inbound here for Plainfield.
Yes.
Brins to throw it in. Flips the ball off over to Motter. Back to Hufford. Round the horn it comes. Takes it all the way to the left side. Flips it up. Hufford will fire a three. No good. Rebound tracked out of there by Whiteland.
Boy, that would have been huge.
Yeah, it was. And Hufford can shoot. Did not go. Plainfield leaves a man wide open, and that was 24, Ben Robinson. Robinson putting it in for two, and that'll make it 37-29. Back the other way, Brins missed the layup. Robinson pulls the rebound out of there. And now here comes the Whiteland Warriors back up by 8. Valet with the ball. Dribbling, spin move. Top of the key. Now with 20 seconds to go, Perdai with the ball.
Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot.
You're right, Leck. It looks like they are. 15 seconds to play. Now with 10. Perdai dribbles all the way to the left side, pulls back. And they're going to get a double dribble with 4 seconds to play.
Good break for the Quakers.
Yeah, turnover there. And Plainfield now will have a chance to fire up the final shot of the quarter should they so desire. Easy enough for me to say.
I get tongue-tied in basketball all the time.
It moves very fast out there.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the inbound. Hufford with it across the 10-second line, fires a rainbow three, and it's no good. So we have played 3 quarters, 37-29. Plainfield now trails it by 8 against the Whiteland Warriors with 8 minutes to go in the ball game.
Well, it's been an exciting game of wild momentum swings. You know, Whiteland led 23-16. Then Plainfield scored 9 in a row to go up by 2. But then Whiteland topped that by scoring 12 in a row. And now they lead. That put them up by 10. Now they lead by 8 with 8 minutes to go. So for Plainfield, they have a very low margin of error. They're still very much in this game, but they still have to they're going to have to just execute, play great defense, not allow second shots, and most of all, their shots are going to have to start falling. So they got to make up a point a minute now. So now I don't think anybody's left. We got still a crowd that's very enthusiastic and cheering these guys on, so we'll see if they pull through.
37-29 the score.
So now the Warriors start the half with the ball, or start the quarter with the ball, excuse me. Up by 8. Trying to hang on for their first one of the season.
Valet will throw it into Moss. Moss dribbles all the way to the right side. Gets it up to Perdai. Perdai takes it to the lane. Shot up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Brins. Here comes Hufford. Hufford ahead to West. West back to Hufford. Hufford puts it on the floor. A little floating jumper up, no good. Rebound pulled out and put up and in for 2 by Ellis. cuts the lead back to 6, 37-31.
Boy, they needed that one.
Valet to the hole, shot up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there, and a whistle and a foul. 37-31.
So 7:25 to go, 6-point game. Quakers very much in that. They're very much in it. They can cut it to 4 here. Or 3 if they hit a 3.
Up across the, or near the 10-second line, I should say. Ball over to Hufford. Hufford picks it up. Over to Kurkowski. Kurkowski to West. Passed on the 3. And now a whistle and a foul underneath the basket on Whiteland. That will be the 5th team foul on the Warriors. And it will, with 7:08 to play, Plainfield down by 6. So give the Quakers credit. They have responded to that big Whiteland run. They are only down 6 points. Inbound comes into West. He thought about the 3, elected not to take it. West hands it off to Ellis. Ellis to the top of the key. Back over to West. West to Hufford. Hufford dribbles to the foul line. Back over to West. West now dribbles back up top, gives it off to Hufford. Hufford takes it all the way to the right side, dribbles behind the back, picks up the dribble, comes over to Ellis. Ellis to West. West down inside to Kurkowski. Powers up, and he is blocked, and a foul is called on Whiteland.
Now, will he hit his free throws? It's the big question.
37-31 the score.
Hits them both, and it's a 4-point game with 6:43 to go.
First shot is up. It is good.
Bounced around but did fall. Kurkowski leads the Quakers with 9. It's a 5-point game. 3-0 run to start the quarter by Plainfield.
Second shot is up and good.
Swish that one. So the Quakers in the minute and 17 seconds have cut the lead in half.
37-33 the score. (37-33), 4-point lead, 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go. 3 ball on the way. It's up, it's good. Boy, big shot by Moss.
Indeed, yes. That was huge.
7-point lead. Now back the other way. Here comes Gully. Gully gets it over to West. West picks up the dribble. Comes back up top. All the way. Now there's a steal by Moss. Foot race to the basket, and Moss will lay it up and in for 2. Moss with 5 huge points, and the lead back to 9 now with 6 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the ball game.
That's devastating.
Back up top it comes. Round the horn. Down inside to Brins. Brins is bumped. No call. Higdon knocks it out of bounds. And it'll belong to Plainfield. 5 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the game. Hufford checks in. Gully comes out.
How devastating, though, to start off with a 4-0 run to cut the lead in half and then just give up 5 quick points to Moss like that.
Looking to get it in. Looking, comes up top. Over to Ellis. Ellis dribbles back towards the center of the floor, and now there's a whistle and a foul. (42-33) the score. 5:48 to play in the fourth quarter. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn, and that was the 7th team foul as Hufford goes to the free throw line.
Looking for his first points of the game. He got it.
Yeah, good shot that time. So we'll see what the Quakers can do now if they can cut the lead to 7. And you would assume at some point they will pick up full court pressure on Whiteland.
Probably sooner rather than later, yeah.
Free throw short. Kurkowski skies in for the rebound.
Boy, a huge offensive rebound there by the Quakers.
Kurkowski in the lane. He takes it all the way to the hole, and a whistle and a foul on his way to the basket.
Now he's got to hit his free throws. He's been doing better at that lately.
5:42 to play in the game. That was the 8th team foul on Whiteland.
Each team with 5 points in the quarter now. 5:42 to go for the Quakers to make up 8 points. They can make up 2 of them right here at the line. The 1-and-1 here.
Shot is up. It is no good. Rebound pulled out of there.
I think it's going to be against the Quakers, but they, but that's only their fourth of the half. So the Warriors will not shoot. 5:40 to go now. 8-point lead for Whiteland.
Here come the Warriors running up across the 10-second line. Spin move, shot up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there, and now running back the other way. Here comes Plainfield. Around the horn it comes to West. West to Hufford. Hufford with the ball. 8-point lead. Hufford looking over to West. West picks up the dribble, back to Hufford. Hufford in the corner. Back to Hufford. And now a whistle and a foul underneath the basket. And it's going to be Ellis going to the free throw line. 9th team foul on Whiteland. 4:59 to play in the game. It'll be double bonus the rest of the way for Plainfield.
Big free throws here.
And he missed it. So Plainfield continues to struggle from the foul line. Oh, and there was a travel there by Harold. The officials did not call it. That was a big-time travel. And here comes Whiteland. And a loose ball, lost. Bizot comes out of there with it.
Well, they capitalize.
Hufford. Yep, running back the other way over to West. West thought about a three, pulls it back. Over to Kurkowski. Plainfield's got to start getting some points. There's West. He will try the three. It's up. It's no good. Rebound fought for. Kurkowski has it. Ball on the floor. Loose ball and a whistle and a timeout called by Whiteland.
Boy, that was great alertness there. I couldn't tell who had it for Whiteland, but yeah, he did a great job getting the timeout quickly while he was down there on the floor.
So timeout called by Whiteland.
So time running out on the Quakers. And I'll tell you, even if they do come back to win this game, though, Rob, you know, if you're Coach Weaver, one thing you got to think about at this point, you know, emphasizing to your team, you've got to play smart and play hard, run on all cylinders for all 32 minutes. You know, if they've had stretches both tonight and then in the Avon game in which they look excellent, and then there's others where they just got sloppy and, you know, gave up some points when they shouldn't have. So now, you know, obviously, you know, playing the first night of back-to-backs, also, you know, you don't want to wear yourself down, you know, being in a tight game and then, you know, not having enough in the tank for tomorrow night for Monrovia. Monrovia probably will not be as tough an opponent as Avon or Whiteland, but, you know, you don't want to take them too lightly either. They are, they did have a very solid win in their opener. Granted, not against a high-level team, but still 24-point win's pretty solid. So now, inbounding the ball, we've got Perdai for Whiteland.
Yeah, there is the inbound. Now across the timeline. Around the horn it comes, over to Higdon. Higdon to Eblin. Eblin to the hole, and a charging foul. Is that it? Is that what they called? No, they called a blocking foul. The official was pointing as though it was going the other way, but apparently he was asking the back official what he thought the call was.
Oh, okay. So 3:59 to go. It's time for the Quakers to get something going.
Turns around, nowhere to go with the ball. Valet back up top to Moss. Moss has it. Dribbling. Takes it all the way to the right side. Nowhere to go. And all the way to the hole is Perdai. Could not get it to go. Plainfield comes out of there with the ball. Zorn on the camera doing a great job tonight. Kendall on the announcing. doing a mediocre job.
Don't sell yourself short.
Now a whistle, and there's a foul on West, as they're going to say that he threw an elbow there, or I guess an offensive foul was the call. So it'll be a turnover to Whiteland with 3:27 to play, 42-34 the score. Moss down inside to Valet, and it touches the out-of-bounds line. It will belong to Plainfield. Hufford with the ball. Dribbles between the legs. In the corner. And now a travel on Bizot.
So the Quakers, now their margin of error is basically zero. They just need to score just about on every possession and don't allow any second shots.
Yeah, you're running into a point here where Whiteland can start to run some clock, and they do foul Higdon. That's on Reese Crawford.
Still have a couple of fouls to give.
That is the 17th foul. It'll put Whiteland at the line, so they will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Shot is up. It is good, and that will extend the lead to 9. Second free throw coming up now. It's up. It's no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Crawford, and now Plainfield needs to start moving quickly.
Yes, indeed.
Crawford trapped in the corner. Kurkowski has the ball, gets it to Brins. Brins to Hufford. Hufford dribbles, picks up, looking, trying to find somebody. Finally gets it in the corner to Kurkowski. Kurkowski back to Hufford. Hufford lost the handle on it, nearly a steal, still retains possession. Gets it in the corner to Kurkowski. He'll fire a three. It's up, it's good!
Huge.
Max Kurkowski for 3, and that'll cut the lead to 6, 43-37. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play.
Kurkowski now 13 points, leading all scorers.
Moss with the ball across the timeline. Takes it all the way to the block. Fadeaway jumper off the glass. No good. Kurkowski grabs the rebound. Bit of a quick shot there for Whiteland. Here comes Hufford across the timeline. Gets it to Bizot. Bizot to Kurkowski. He'll fire another 3. It's up. It's good!
Got it!
Kurkowski for 3. He is feeling it. And it is 43 to 40. 2 minutes to play in the ball game.
Amazing turn of events here suddenly where it's anybody's game now. It looks like it was almost certainly lost just a minute ago.
Valet with the ball up across the timeline, guarded closely by Kurkowski. Kurkowski goes out to meet him. Valet will take it into the lane, and a whistle and a foul on his way to the basket. Valet will go to the free throw line. Minute 44 to play. 3-point lead for Whiteland.
That's amazingly that's only Kurkowski's first. That's good news for the Quakers. So he can be as aggressive as he wants for the rest of the way.
Shot is up. It is good. And that will extend the lead, I should say, to 4 points.
Still, the Quakers have a good chance.
One more free throw on the way. It is up. It is no good. And Kurkowski grabs the rebound. So Plainfield with the ball. Hufford to Bizot. Bizot takes it left side going to the lane. Up, no good. Loose ball tipped up. Knocked out of there, and it'll belong to Plainfield.
Minute 30 to go.
40-44 the score. Minute 30 to play, as Leck just said. And Plainfield now with the chance to once again cut into the Whiteland lead. Inbound to Crawford. Crawford takes it right side. Jumper up. No good, and pulled down by Whiteland. Valet with the ball across the timeline. Dribbles. Lost the handle on it. Loose ball. Fought for it. It's on the floor. Pulled out of there. Still a live ball. Higdon has it. Falls down. Gets it to Eblin. And it's knocked away. Moss saves it. All sorts of chaos on the floor. And now a timeout finally called by Whiteland with 1:07 to go. And neither side very happy with the officials.
Wow, this is the most animated the gym has been all night. They're really booing I think they felt that Whiteland got away with a travel or a foul or maybe both. It was hard to keep up with the action there on the floor, but yeah, Whiteland very, very lucky to retain possession.
So kind of reset things for you. 1:07 to play. 44-40 the score. Whiteland now has one timeout left.
Yes.
And Plainfield with 2. That was a full timeout.
So now, being that there's no shot clock here in high school basketball, I'm not really sure why there isn't, but there nevertheless isn't. So if Plainfield does not get a steal soon, they, probably will think about fouling within 10 or 15 seconds or so. They've committed 8 fouls, so they can commit one more without the double bonus. 1:07 to go, fourth quarter. Got a barn burner brewing here. The Plainfield girls, 9th-ranked team in the state, won the opener of this doubleheader by a score of 44-33. Now Whiteland trying to take the boys' game. Each team lost its opener last week. Whiteland lost in much worse fashion. They lost 71-47 to Mount Vernon. Plainfield only 49-47 to Avon. So now the inbounds pass here from Valet. 1:07 to go.
Avon falls to Hamilton Southeastern tonight, 62-60. Friend Brian Scott had the call on that one. 44-40 the score here, and it's on the out-of-bounds line. It'll belong to Plainfield. Ball was passed along the out-of-bounds line.
Big break for the Quakers. They got the ball back without committing a foul. 59 seconds to go.
Hufford with the ball up across the 10-second line. Takes it all the way to the left side. Dribbles down. Comes back up top to Crawford. Crawford to Bizot. Bizot to Kurkowski. He'll back it down. Spin move. Trapped. Shot up. Around. No good. Rebound pulled out of there. And there is the foul. And that'll be the 9th team foul.
Like I said, in the pregame, Whiteland probably one of the few teams on the Quakers schedule who has the size to, really keep the Quakers from, going crazy under the boards. And that they've kept, this Whiteland's kept this tall Plainfield front line from really scoring a lot of points inside. And that's been one of the big factors in this game. As the Warriors set to go to the free throw line, this is Adam Eblin. He has 5 points now for Whiteland.
Leck, I know you're a professional sports fan. I'm hearing reports that Zach Greinke has signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks.
All right. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Yeah, the Diamondbacks have had a rough time since they won that World Series back in 2001. So, we'll see if they can get it turned around. And hopefully my Reds will get back there one of these years.
Your Reds have a long way to go.
Yep. Yeah, they had a nice run there with Dusty Baker, but anyway, back to the action here.
Missed the free throw. Bizot with the rebound, and now Plainfield's got to go. 35. Oh, nearly lost. Kurkowski's got it. Takes it in. Lost the handle on it. Gets it up. Puts it up, and
got
travel.
The foul. I thought they drew. Oh, okay. I thought he drew the foul. I apologize. Boy, they got a lucky break there. Actually, Plainfield's had a couple lucky breaks. They just haven't taken advantage of them. That's one of the, if they lose this game, that's going to be one of the biggest reasons.
44-40 the score. 28.6 seconds to play in the ball game. Full court press coming out. Now Plainfield still does have the 2 timeouts left. There's the trap. And that's Perdai across the timeline to Higdon.
Got a foul.
And there's the foul, and that'll be the 10th team foul on the Quakers. So double bonus the rest of the way for Whiteland.
Yes, indeed.
22 seconds to go.
22, yeah. So now, Avon largely at the mercy of Whiteland missing their free throws. But Higdon hits the first. He has 7 now. Moss and Perdai lead Whiteland with 10. It's a 5-point lead now for Whiteland. Hits the second.
So here come the Quakers, and now you got to look for 3, and Andy Weaver giving instructions to Reese Crawford. He is going to throw it up and nearly got it to go. There's a foul. So quick foul will stop the clock with 17 seconds to play. Crawford to the foul line, and it will be double bonus for Plainfield.
If he had hit that shot and then tied and then hit the free throw, making the 3-point game, then that would have been huge. As it is now, even if it's these two, it's still a 2-possession game. Margin of error 0 now for Plainfield, but he hits the first one.
Good. They're saying the deal for Granke is 6 years, $32.5 million per year.
Oh wow! I didn't know I knew they had this guys at the 20 millions. Didn't know they'd gotten into the 30 millions yet. And we'll see if it pays off.
That's at least the initial report. Second free throw is up and good. 46-42, and quickly a foul on Moss. And Moss will go to the free throw line in the double bonus.
So he definitely has to really probably miss both of them. And even then, it's far from a guarantee because you still got, you have a 2-possession deficit to make up. Moss it ties with Purdue with 10 points for the team lead. He misses that one.
Missed the first.
Bizot coming back in for Plainfield now. So definitely need Moss to miss this one.
Second one up. It is good. So now Plainfield's got to be thinking 3 here. Hufford across the timeline. Dribbles into the lane. Pull up. Quick jumper. It's up. It's good. And Andy Weaver will spend a timeout. So it's now a 1-possession game. 47-44. 10 seconds to play. And so Plainfield's in need of some help here.
Some fans starting to file out here, but it's not over yet. There's the need to either get an immediate steal or foul and hope for the Warriors to miss their free throws. So if you're Whiteland, you just got to put in your best free throw shooters right now, because as long as you hit your free throws, you pretty well have it wrapped up. But nevertheless, been an exciting night of basketball. First with the girls, 9th-ranked Lady Quakers getting a solid win, 44-33 over Whiteland. And now the boys trailing by 3, trying to get their first one of the season. They lost their first by 2. That was on Thanksgiving Eve 9 days ago. They've had 9 days to think about that one. They've been excellent in spots tonight, but they've been sloppy in others. And that's why they are very possibly off to an 0-2 start, but it's not certain yet. So now Whiteland returns to the floor. Plainfield still getting some final instructions. And they now take the floor themselves, and even 10 seconds to go here.
So, yeah, as you said, Leck, 10 seconds to go, 47-44. Plainfield on defense now. They're going to have to foul if the ball does get inbounds. Whiteland still has 1 timeout left.
Yes, so, they don't have to panic if they don't get it in right away here. So, let's see. Yeah, they do use that timeout indeed.
Yep, Valet calls the timeout, so it'll be a full timeout for Whiteland. This again, 10 seconds to play in this one, and Whiteland will have the ball out of bounds underneath their own bucket when play resumes, but they are now out of timeouts.
Well, that was a great defensive effort there by Plainfield. And once again, remind you that we will be bringing you all the Plainfield boys home games this year. We still got 9 more scheduled after tonight. As far as we know, they will all be boys varsity, junior varsity doubleheaders, although we've had a couple of exciting boys-girls varsity doubleheaders to start the season here. Tomorrow night we'll be back here, same time, same place, as the Monrovia Bulldogs come visiting. Hopefully the Quakers will be entering that game with 1-1, but if not, it'll be a chance for them to get their first victory. Although the Bulldogs certainly are entering the game with a lot of enthusiasm, their football team having won their first state championship last week over at Lucas Oil Stadium in the Class 2A championship game. So now the teams return to the floor again. We'll see if the Warriors managed to get the ball in this time.
And we'll see what Valet can do. Again, game reset for you. 47-44 the score. 10 seconds to go. Plainfield will throw it in underneath their own, or Whiteland rather will throw it in underneath their own basket. Underneath the Plainfield basket.
Yep. So now the referee hands the ball over.
Looking to get it in, looking, and he gets it into Moss, and there's the foul with 8 seconds to go. Moss will go to the free throw line. He's got to get one to ensure that this remains a 2-possession ball game.
Yeah, Moss was 1 for 2 last time down court. He does lead the Warriors with 11 points.
And Whiteland putting no one back to receive or try to rebound the ball.
Now, even if he hits both of them, it's not over yet, but Plainfield would have to get a score probably within 3 or 4 seconds at least, and then, hope for some heroics after that.
And he got the first. It rattled all the way around before finally falling in, and that makes this one a lot easier for him.
Yeah, a lot less pressure here. But anyway, now the Quakers will just have to go down and fire up a shot, very quickly.